Hey, this is Daryl Friesen, aka Crom 2000, aka the Wandering Prospector. Well, we're not wandering right now. This time we're going to call this the Studying Prospector. But so what we're going to take a look at though is we're going to take a look at where the gold rush really started to happen in British Columbia. This isn't the exact spot where it started in the Fraser Canyon Gold Rush, but in the lower Fraser Canyon, this was the spot to be. In the upper Fraser Canyon, the prospectors were concerned with following the tributary of the Fraser where it split with the Thompson going up towards the Caribou. Tons of gold in there. But anyway, it's off topic. What we're looking at here is a place called Hills Bar. Now, if you don't know anything, if you've never heard of Hills Bar and you're a prospector in BC, well, start reading some more history books. Anyway, it was in March of 1858 when they struck gold at Hills Bar. So we'll take a look at this map here, this old map here. We've got Fort Yale, as you can see, and then in front of Fort Yale, you can see a bar, right? You see the bar mark there? Right there, along there. And many of you know that what that bar is now is a public panning reserve. So you can go there and you can pan, find color, get yourself hooked, and then want some good ground, and then you'll realize what's going to happen, what I'm going to show you right now, which is the problem. Everywhere it's got a claim on it. But anyway, here is Hills Bar, right here. And if you look closely at Hills Bar, just across from Yale, around the corner you look, you see Hills Bar right here. You can see where, if you look close, so you can see where, if you look close, you see Hills Bar right there. Okay, you can see where the diggings are on the old map, where they found over $2 million in gold got taken out of there back in 1858. Now, $2 million in gold in 1858 was a lot of gold. Okay, so what is still waiting in Hills Bar to be found? Well, let's go take a look at let's leave the analog age behind us and go to the digital age and take a closer look at Hills Bar and see just what the challenges are that are presented to us. Okay, so here we go. So what we've done here is we've switched to the digital age, and what you're looking at is Yale on Google Earth. You look closely, there's the town of Yale right there. And as we're showing on the older map, this right here, this is your panning reserve right nowadays. And if you cross the river and you go downstream, so we just turn this a little. You go down here, and marked on the other map that I showed you, this here, starting in here, this is the Hills Bar diggings in here. It's right there. You can look closely, and you can see Hills Bar, right there. The gold that would be in there. Imagine the gold in the forest if you dig deep down into the bar, or right on the tip right there, and go as far out in the Fraser as you can. The gold that would be in here might be absolutely mother lode gold. And if you look closely at the bar for do more recon, go further up, you've got a couple buildings here. And if you look, there's a railroad track here, and the buildings are kind of off in the bush. Are these buildings somehow connected to the maintenance of the railroad track? Got another one here, which looks like it's connected to the maintenance of the railroad track. And then you got another one here. Okay, it's also Indian Reserve in here, by the way. So we're going to be in the bad news about Hills Bar. It is Indian Reserve, so are these buildings somehow connected to the Native Reserve or the railroad track? Or are these the current claim owners of Hills Bar because it's staked as well? I'm gonna show you. We're going to go show you more bad news about Hills Bar on the MTO. And now for the bad news. So what I've done here is I've booted up Hills Bar on the MTO, which is, if you haven't done any prospecting in BC yet, is something you're going to get to know really well in your search for the elusive yellow mineral. But anyway, let's take a look at this. Across the way, you have basically Front Street of Yale. You have the panning reserve, which it looks like it's the orange, and of course it's staked. It has a regular right over the town for placer. And then you cross the way and you've got Hills Bar. And Hills Bar, well, that strip right there, which says Yale, Indian Reserve. Okay? And then, of course, the pink is placer, is a placer claim. And if you look closely at the numbers on Hills Bar, they're really old. Like, someone's had that claim for ages. Okay? So somebody's probably sitting on it for 25 years, never goes there, never looks for gold, but it's like basically, I call Hills Bar, I bet you, a BC placer reserve in its own way because nobody does any mining there, I bet. And then there's the access issue of Hills Bar. It really looks like, unless you take a train, okay, and there are buildings in there, so probably got their stuff in there by train somehow, and are the buildings connected to the natives? Are they connected to the train? Some of them probably are connected to the railroad track maintenance. But are other buildings claim owners? People that are in there working, making money. Living the dream. Whatever that means. Yeah, so I could, on Google Earth, if you look, it would be west of here. This location, you'll see access to this place by road is nearly impossible. So as I was saying before, river access, boat access is really the simplest way to get over here. But you can't go over there unless you want to get shot, or unless you you're friends with the local native band, or you know the claim owner, and they'll let you pan there. But there's Hills Bar. And I can make many more videos like this, and I will. Just encourage me, okay? If you like this video and you want to see more, make a comment. Purchase the Gold Miners Atlas. Do something to show that you want more information, and I'll give you more information. But like everyone else out there, I have to eat. And I know you may have seen me in a TV show, Curse of the Frozen Gold, but it didn't make me $1 million. Just to let you know that, okay? Alright, so if you want to help in this quest, ask me for some more videos. Buy something. Out. So if we take a look at this map here, you see Yale, and then you go downstream from Yale past, if you watch my other video, Hills Bar there, and you find Hills Bar Creek. And if you look at Hills Bar Creek, you go up Hills Bar Creek, you'll see the infamous markings of a mine, or an attic. So they were finding really nice gold in there, okay? And if you look further up on the map, Hills Bar Creek, and it's got a complete map of the tunnel systems, of the old workings, of ore bodies, of everything showing you what did be found and what's still waiting in there to be found.